Cinema, like many aspects of contemporary life, has evolved and been shaped by the technological advancements that have emerged over time. With each new technology incorporated, not only does the way films are produced change, but also the way the audience consumes and interprets them. So, when we think about the differences between movies today compared to those from 2010 or before, we might reach the simplistic conclusion that films have evolved significantly over the past decade. However, we also need to consider various aspects in which these distinct eras differ in the cinematic landscape, reflecting changes in technology, narrative, and audience preferences. Considering this, we can identify 5 key points where the 2 decades diverge in the film industry. Technology and production. Over the past 10 years, technological advancements have revolutionized filmmaking. The transition from film to digital has not only streamlined production processes, but also allowed filmmakers to experiment with new visual styles and special effects. High definition and 4K resolution have become standards, offering audiences sharper and more immersive experiences. Additionally, CGI and motion capture have become more sophisticated, enabling more realistic and imaginative portrayals of fantastical elements. For example, the movie Avatar 2009 showcased special effects that took a long time to be surpassed, especially when compared to films like Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness 2022 and many other recent productions from Marvel Studios. On the other hand, we have the sequel to James Cameron's film Avatar: The Way of Water 2022, which brought even more realistic and precise effects than its predecessor. Similarly, many other productions from Marvel Studios, such as the pinnacle of the Avengers saga, are examples of well-executed productions. Streaming and distribution. One of the most significant changes is the rise of streaming services. Platforms like Netflix, Amazon Prime, and Disney Plus have altered how movies are distributed and consumed. Traditional theatrical releases are now complemented by a growing range of films released directly to streaming, which sometimes bypass theaters entirely. This shift has democratized access to films and expanded the reach of independent filmmakers to a global audience. For example, the 2023 film Rebel Moon, a major production, skipped its theatrical release. In 2019, acclaimed director Martin Scorsese sparked controversy by criticizing streaming services, stating that such platforms systematically devalue art. While streaming films still possess artistic value, there are more commercial and formulaic productions today, mirroring the blockbuster trend since the late 1970s, which now seems to stifle experimentation in mainstream cinema, with an emphasis on remakes, reboots, or poorly developed stories from potentially great universes. Narrative and diversity. There has been a noticeable shift in narrative. Modern films often embrace more diverse narratives, both in terms of the characters they feature and the stories they tell. The focus on inclusion has brought a wider range of perspectives to the forefront, challenging traditional tropes and expanding the types of stories that can be told. This change reflects a broader social transformation toward greater representation and equity. The difficulty of making comedy, as well as the reason why fewer films in the genre are released each year, can be seen as a reflection of current narratives. For example, movies like Dude, Where's My Car? 2000 and Scary Movie 2000 are no longer being made today, those famous, more crude comedies. Audience engagement. The way audiences engage with films has also changed. Social media and online communities now play a significant role in how films are discussed and promoted. Fans can easily share their opinions, create related content, and even influence trends. This has led to a more interactive and participatory cinema culture, with viral marketing and fan-driven campaigns becoming common. A stark contrast to how audience engagement was managed, which at most involved interaction with a film review or a specific source. The biggest example we have today is the 2023 film Barbie, Greta Gerwig's film generated significant social media buzz following its release announcement, leading to a strong box office performance where waves of people dressed in pink filled theaters. Capitalizing on this hype and the contrast between the two films, Oppenheimer, also from 2023, was released around the same time and divided internet cinema trends with Barbie, sparking the Barbenheimer meme, where people sought to enjoy the best of both worlds by watching one film after the other in theaters. Genre and content. The genre landscape has also diversified. While superhero movies and franchises continue to dominate the box office, there has been a resurgence of genres such as horror and animation gaining recognition. The success of films across various genres and from different countries highlights a broader acceptance of diverse cinematic experiences. However, there has been a decline in other genres, such as comedy. Some argue that times have changed, leading to fewer silly comedies popular in the 2000s. While others suggest that producers are wary of investing in comedies like Tropic Thunder, 2008, which was initially poorly received by critics but has a satirical edge. Much can be concluded from this. Either our sense of humor has changed and comedies no longer have the same impact, or the politically correct is regulating productions to the point of having their projects cancelled. To reach a definitive conclusion on this matter, however, would require much more time. In summary, films today are characterized by technological innovation, new distribution models, diverse narratives, and a more engaged audience. These changes have transformed the industry, for better or worse, depending on one's perspective. Therefore, it's evident that both eras of cinema have their strengths and weaknesses, making it difficult to definitively say whether cinema has improved or worsened over time. And with that, the question remains: what will cinema be like in another 15 years?